Here we have the Cardo Freecom 4X, and this is the dual set, so you get two intercoms in the box. And it comes with the mounting plate and the two wires that run to all the electronics, or to the microphone and the speakers. And there's two ways of mounting it. If you've got a thin helmet where the ridge of the helmet is thin, you can just slide this on. But most helmets these days, you're going to have to tape this on. It's got a couple alcohol pads where you clean off your helmet good and tape that to your helmet. And then this slides over that. Of course, it comes with the two JBL speakers, and these mount in the ear holes of the helmet. And if you have thick padding, it comes with these extra pads to kind of thicken up the thickness of or move the speakers closer to your ears. Then there are two different microphones that come with it. If you've got a modular helmet like this one here where it flips up, you have to use this one, because otherwise your helmet would be, or your microphone wire would be stretched up. But on a fixed helmet, fixed visor, you can put this microphone in the front of there, and that cables to this piece here. Then of course it comes with the how to use it guide. Comes with a start here guide, and that will tell you where to get the app, the Cardo app, that has different kinds of settings, changes you can make, and then of course how to install all this inside your helmet. First thing is you want to remove the cheek pads, and there's usually two snaps to remove those. Then you'll install the Velcro speaker circles, and then the speakers attached to those Velcro. And then you loosen the head padding and put the wires that go between the speakers. You just stuff it up behind the padding. After that, you'll install the intercom mount, either using the clip mount or an adhesive pad. I used the clip mount, or we both did on our helmets. And then what you want to do is connect the wires to the speakers, and then you have to find a place to stuff them up behind the pads. And the connector, the speaker connector, was kind of big, so I stuffed it in the air channel of my helmet. And then next you'll want to install the microphone Velcro pads. They'll be on the left side of the helmet. And then you attach the microphone. I did have a little bit of I put it in too short, and you want to make sure the microphone is out in the middle, but I just had to pull it off and re-stick it to the Velcro, so that was easy. And after that, you reinstall the cheek pads, and of course you reinstalled the heading padding, and after that you install the intercom on its mount, and then pair it with your phone. Let's start quality. It's really quite good. One thing I discovered though that made the audio quality so much better and louder is the speaker placement. During installation, I installed the speakers in the center of the speaker pocket that's in the helmet foam, but it turns out this was nowhere near my ear canal. So during installation, I recommend experimenting with speaker placement before you reinstall the cheek pads. Getting the speaker placement right will greatly improve bass and volume and give you the high fidelity sound that this intercom is capable of. One of the features I really like on the 4X is the control wheel. It is so much easier to adjust the volume with a knob than it is using buttons like on other intercoms I've tried. Between that and the natural voice feature, volume changes couldn't be easier. And speaking of the natural voice, one of my biggest complaints about motorcycle intercoms is that they pack so many features in, then you have to control them with a few buttons. Trying to learn to use the button presses to control the features is like trying to learn Morse code. The natural voice feature of the 4X works to eliminate that. All you have to do is learn the voice commands instead. And it's so much easier speaking commands than it is to remember how many times you have to press a button. Of course, there are still buttons on here, so if you want to learn to do it that way, you can still control your intercom that way too. I ride with an iPhone and have Spotify, so the Hey Siri feature that enables me to access my playlists is very cool. The live intercom feature is the last feature I find really noteworthy. It auto reconnects you to your fellow riders should you ever be disconnected for any reason. The last thing you want to do is have to pull over to repair your intercoms while you're riding. Overall, I'm very pleased with the Cardo 4X. It has more than enough range, very clear, good sounding audio, and it is easy to use once you learn the voice commands. I didn't think it was a big deal, but I also do like the FM radio feature as well for shorter rides. If I were giving this intercom a star rating, I would give it a 4.5 stars.